before studying section 8, we have to understand what is composite supply, what is mixed supply. Composite supply is defined in section 2 clause 30 and mixed supply is defined in section 2 clause 74. Important definition, guys. There are some important definition which you are supposed to know. Goods definition, service definition. Goods is given where? 252. Service plus 50. Plus 50. 102. Specified actionable claim also 102. A. Okay, sir. And you should know this, in any act, definitions are given in section 2 clause something. And it will always go in an alphabetical order. Alphabetical order. Now you are confused. Sir, goods 252 na 2102 na. Clear? So get it clarified. So because G will come fast or earlier. Clear? Yes. So try to recall like that if at all when you have a doubt. Okay. Now, first of all, what is composite or mixed supply, guys? When two or more goods or services are both put together, like one goods, one service, anything like that, have been sold for a single price. Have been sold for a single price. Then we have to decide whether it is a composite supply or mixed supply. Sir, how do you decide it? Based on naturally bundled concept. If it is naturally bundled, means what, sir? Customer are willing to buy it together. If not every customer, at least maximum customers are willing to buy it together. Then we call it as naturally bundled. If it is naturally bundled, then it is a composite supply. And when it is a composite supply, we need to identify which is a principal supply in it. Principal supply means what, sir? Which is having predominant element. Predominant element means because of this only other things are getting supplied. Because of this only other things are getting supplied. For example, I have supplied laptop along with laptop bag and charger racks. Now majority of the customer are willing to buy it together. Yes, sir. Now, which is it a naturally bundled? Yes. See, majority of the customer I am telling. Because you may tell, no sir, I want to buy my own bag. I may want to buy my own charger. Maybe exceptional creature, like exceptional case or creature. But majority of them expect to buy it together. Yes, sir. So, which is the principal supplier? Laptop. Because of laptop bag and charger is getting supplied. So, laptop bag and charger is ancillary for the supply. Whereas principal supply is what? Laptop. Assume guys, all these three put together is supplied for 50,000. Now on 50,000, what is the rate applicable? Rate applicable on principal supply. What is principal supply here? Laptop. So on entire 50,000, whatever is the rate on laptop will be applicable, guys. Now coming to, sir, what if it is not naturally bundled? Then we call it as mixed supply. Sir, when it will not be naturally bundled, majority of the customer are not willing to buy it together. But still, seller has packed 2-3 items and he is selling it for a single price. For which price? Single price. Then what do we call it as? Mixed supply. We call it as mixed supply. For example, sir, chocolate, biscuit, dry fruits, everything has been packed in sweets in one box and it has been supplied during Diwali time or any festival. So, is it a mixed supply? Yes. Yes. In case of mixed supply, what is the rate applicable? Highest rate. Within the package, whichever goods or service attracts highest rate, apply that rate. Apply that rate, guys. Yes. Chalo. Taxability of composite and mixed supply. Goods or services or both are supplied together in combination for a single price. This is a key thing here. Sir, what if is charging separate price for each goods? Then don't worry about composite or mixed. Apply the respective rate for each goods or services. And each of them may attract a different rate of tax, but it is sold as one package for a single price. Definitions. Definition. First, let us understand the meaning of it or definition of it. Composite supply. 2 clause 30 defines composite supply as a supply made by a taxable person to a recipient consisting of two or more taxable supplies of goods or services or both or any combination thereof which are naturally bundled, keyword, and supplied in conjunction with each other, means together, other in ordinary course of business, one of which is a principal supply. What is principal supply, guys? Which is having predominant position. Predominant position. Example, charger supplied along with mobile phones. Guys, please be careful. Nowadays, lot of selling strategies are also happening, especially from Apple and all. Clear, they sell the adapter or charger only separate now, separate product. You have to pay for it and get it. Now we are not talking about it. Sir, majority of the customer wants to buy it together. Yes, all other mobile companies are actually selling together only, but only Apple does like that. Okay, so if you want to buy mobile, obviously mobile alone you cannot buy. Charger you have to buy it. They're telling that is separate. That is separate. Okay, I'm not talking about that example. In any other case, any other mobile company, they sell it for the same price? Yes, sir, together. So is it naturally bundled? Yes. Taxability shall be treated as the supply of principal supply. The entire value of composite supply will be charged at the rate applicable to the principal suppliers. Principal supply. Just sir. Coming to mixed supply. Covered in section 2 clause 74. If you know composite supply, then mixed supply already done. Only one thing is naturally bundled will not come there. When it is not naturally bundled, obviously we will not care about principal supply. Okay. Mixed supply means two or more individual supplies of goods or services or any combination thereof made in conjunction, means together with each other by a taxable person for a single price, where such supply does not constitute a composite supply. Means it is not a composite supply. When it is not a composite supply, when it is not naturally bundled. When it is not naturally bundled, guys. So which is not naturally bundled is a mixed supply. Gift pack comprising of chocolates and sweets or dry fruits. Here seller is playing some strategy, but majority of the customer will to buy together? No. You may tell, no sir, I want to buy it together. Exceptional case. Correct? Yes. Because you know majority, you have to go by majority, not by individual here. Shall be treated as supply of that particular supply that tracks highest rate of tax. Where is it given? Guys, what rate is applicable is given in section 8. But what is composite, what is mixed is given in section 2 clause 30 and 74. Okay. The entire value of mixed supply will be charged at the rate applicable to the supply that attracts highest rate of tax. Now coming to shortcut. Sir, composite supply is defined in section 2 clause 30. Yes, composite starts with C. C is a third alphabet. After that O, 3O. 30. Make it 30. Yes, sir. Next coming to, along with some example, I have tried to give the picturesque image wherever possible, guys, so that you guys also can connect to the topic. Two or more goods or services are both supplied together by a taxable person for a single price. If it is naturally bundled, we call it as composite supply. Then treated as supply of principal supply, which is having predominant element. So what is the rate applicable? Where is it given? Section 8. What is the rate applicable? The rate applicable to the principal supply will be applicable to the entire value, guys. Then coming to mixed supply. Treated as supply of that particular supply that attract highest rate of tax. Rate applicable to the supply that attract the highest rate will be applicable on the entire value. Where is this given, guys? Section 8, both of this. So listen, let me just give some example. Now assume, guys, I am selling G1 and G2. G1 for 5,000 and G2 for 12,000. And on G1, the rate of GST is 10% and on G2, 18%. Should we bother about here? What is composite, what is mixed? No, individual supplies separate at a separate price, not single prices, separate price. We need not worry about it. Next, sir, both have been supplied for one single price, 20,000. Both have been supplied for a single price of 20,000. Now, check whether it is naturally bundled. Assume it is naturally bundled. Identify which is the principal supply. Assume it is G1. Then on 20,000, how much is applicable? 10%. On entire 20,000, 10%. Got it? Yes. Next, assume it is not naturally bundled. Assume it is not naturally bundled. So on entire 20,000, how much would be applicable? 18%. 18%. Now listen to one more story. Tricky. Nice. Sir, I am supplying G1 and G2 for a single price for 15,000, sir. For 15,000. On G1, GST is exempt. On G2, GST I am talking about. GST is exempt. On G2, it is 18%. First check. Is it naturally bundled? Yes, sir. It is naturally bundled. Check which is the principal supplier. Assume G1 is a principal supplier. Entire supply is exempt. Entire supply is exempt. Next. Sir, G2 is a principal supply, sir. Entire 15,000 is taxable at 18%. 18%. Next, sir. Not naturally bundled. Not any doubt? Not naturally bundled. Not at all naturally bundled. On entire 15,000, 18%.